Hey friends, welcome to Owlets Tarot. It's Jason. Thanks so much as always for joining me and for sharing your time with me and your energy with me. This is going to be a general collective for Aries. I hope that you're all well, hope that you've been well, hope that you stay well. I've drawn some cards from the Inner Journey decks by Heather Hopes. Her information for the decks will be down in the description box, along with anything you need to know about the channel. Also do some cards from the Karma deck. They're called Karma cards. They're by Monty Farber. Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, so let's get started here. First, I'm feeling a need to nurture. I think this reading is going to center a lot on your need to analyze something, your need to communicate. Let your mind tell you how to go about obtaining some goal or how to use in the most practical way the resources that are available to you through other people, perhaps, whether that be their time or their knowledge. Their opinions. And this is analyzing the day-to-day reality of getting and using power, a stronger sense of self. When I say power, that's what I mean. And I know that's strange because I'm talking to Aries, and many Aries are very assertive. But we also obviously can't stereotype and think that all Aries are all the same, or all Virgos are all the same, or all Capricorn are all the same, or anything like that. So, and sometimes even those of us who are self-assertive, it doesn't always mean that it's authentic. Some of us are better at putting up fronts. Some of us get defensive in various ways. So yeah, that's something that's very subjective. But you need to learn to communicate your goals to others and communicate your goals to yourself. Figure out what they are, as if it's a life or death issue. Make it top priority. Setting your goals. We've got the Hierophant here in this deck, titled Inner Teacher, which I really like. It kind of takes away a bit of the kind of organized religion, patriarchal feel that often comes with the Hierophant. It's much more gentle, it's much more effeminate, it's more turning inward and discovering that you possessed a lot of what it was you were seeking, perhaps just in a different form, which goes back to the analysis aspect of this reading. Let's get you some tarot cards. A couple of the oracle cards, though, that came out. We've got community, awaken, and blocked. So I need to awaken something that's blocked. And with the community card, it makes me think that it has to do with some sort of group dynamic, or at least you and two other people. Yeah. So let's get some I'm gonna grab 3 tarot cards, but Michelle Matuz's decks are calling, so this is gonna be more an oracle reading. I think you're gonna get the most out of that. King of Cups, Ace of Swords in the reverse, and the Hierophant again. The Hierophant is here. She has entered the building. So there's a strong call to turn to the spiritual. To, yes, exist within that place of calm and serenity. So, those things kind of somehow in my head entail, a sense of stability and not a lot of shift, not a lot of change. But there needs to be some sort of subversion, subverting how you see something. So that you can get a better understanding, a clearer picture of the whole thing. So I'm gonna go with the empathetic oracle and the shamanic healing oracle. And maybe pull a card also from her wild elemental oracle. But there's definitely someone in your life who has resources that are at your disposal, and I sense that these resources come in the form of a lot of knowledge, a lot of game in this game of life. I have an empathetic oracle, please, for my dear Aries. We've got entanglement. That was fun. Alright, we've got truth and perception. Perception and truth, along with entanglement. So it feels as though your perception of the truth, or the person who's occupying your mind at this particular time, or somebody maybe that you're experiencing some form of friction with, conflict of some kind, their perception of the truth is not your perception of the truth. There seems to be two different ways of thought here, causing this feeling of entanglement. Now, for this entanglement card, because this deck is fairly new to me, but it has such great text about each card, I'm going to read from the book. As I engage my energies with others, I also engage with their past cords of energy, of unhealed relationships. Could explain the cause of the friction between, because, your truth might not be somebody else's truth, and vice versa. We all live different lives, we all live different stories, we're all subject to different circumstances, different traumas, different failures and successes, different everything. So we do have different perceptions. And sometimes, two people can be looking at the same situation and see two very different things. Like for instance, with the widely publicized circus that was the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. Like, some people still believe this woman. That is a perception I do not understand, but that's their truth. Me having legitimate complex PTSD, I take a lot of offense to that shit, so I don't even know why my mind went to that. Probably because it's still all that everyone's talking about. It's like, okay, we're done here. When we connect with others in relationships, be in it for love, business, or friendship, more is involved than the energy of the present moment. Hold on a second, that sentence made no sense. It's because I didn't read it right. Alright, let's start again. Rewind. Read. When we connect with others in relationships, be it for love, business, or friendship, more is involved than the energy of the present moment. We soon learn quickly that we become ensnared in all of their unfinished business, emotional hurts, and the cords of the past that they have not released in their own self-work. It is hard enough to navigate energetically your own energy in relationships. Add in all their past baggage, and soon the emotional path forward seems so much more of a challenge. So I really think this is about finding some middle ground. And for those of you who are single and happily so, it's about finding some middle ground in between what you once believed and where things are shifting you, where you're becoming enlightened, where you're seeing things differently, noticing things differently, believing in things that you once held very different beliefs. like I said, there's a strong sense of awakening here. There's a strong sense of having been blocked and becoming unblocked. Now, this could be with the help of friends, but this card, in the order that it came out in, almost shows me that there's a community that you're kind of branching away from. There's an awakening happening because they had you blocked. So this could represent some form of organized religion that no longer aligns with your beliefs. Somebody else's truth no longer being your perception. And nothing can cause entanglement like religion. Religion and politics. Real fucking blast, right? Alright. My dear one, thank you so much for spending a little time with me. I hope you got something from this reading. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Or a thumbs down, whatever you feel inclined to do. Leave a comment, let me know if you liked it or not. I appreciate each and every one of you, I truly do, for being here. Thank you for sharing your time with me again, and thank you for sharing your energy and the space with me. You're all appreciated, and I want you all to take great care of yourselves first and foremost, always, so that you can take care of those around you. And we will see each other again. Alright, bye friends.